Well, that title's a bit dramatic.
The last DBD video, eh? After I'm done uploading, apparently all future DBD videos on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Reddit, Tumblr, Vimeo will all cease to exist. Everyone will quit, and the developers will abandon the project. The DBD community will be free from its shackles that apparently they have on, because you'd figure otherwise they'd stop playing the damn game if they hate it so much as they claim to. In all seriousness, what I mean is that this is the last Dead by Daylight video on this channel, or at least for a while. See, I had some time to do some deep thinking over the past few days. Without internet, I wasn't really able to do anything else but think. And I came to a realization. When my internet got turned back on, I didn't want to play Dead by Daylight. I didn't want to play Apex or Overwatch. I didn't want to play any online PvP game. I wanted to stream Minecraft, and maybe some Spider-Man on the PlayStation. Finally play Kingdom Hearts 3 on stream, maybe revisit the Sly Cooper series or Ratchet and Clank. I wanted to write videos about video games, not just Dead by Daylight. See, Dead by Daylight has, well, gotten boring. Every match I load in, I go through the same motions, meet the same group of assholes, deal with the same problems day in and day out until I lose what little hair I have left. I've been feeling this way for a while. Among all the videos I made on Dead by Daylight, I always felt this underlying pinch of guilt because my heart just wasn't in it. It was around the time I released the Question for DBD Veterans video. It wasn't the subject of that video per se. I wasn't looking for someone to tell me I missed out on the golden days. It was the fact that it was one of my most fun videos because I was talking about how nostalgia warps our perception on things. See, if you break my videos down to their core, they're discussion videos. I like talking about things. I like giving my opinions, analyzing subjects, having conversations, and even reading your comments on the matter. It just so happened that DBD was a core subject I was learning a lot about and had a lot of opinions on. But I have so many other gaming opinions I'd love to talk about, so many other things I want to explore in gaming. Video game reviews are, of course, one thing, but I also want to cover gaming industry practices, or talk about why a game like Minecraft is such a behemoth. I want to talk about trends in gaming, or even the gaming community itself. I want to cover all that, and it is true I can continue to do that while covering DBD, but DBD doesn't spark for me anymore. That's not to say I'm out of ideas. There's an entire roster of killers I could make a how to fix video on. So many different mechanics and problems I could cover. I could do videos on more things I like about the game. And trust me when I say the well is far from dry. But if I can't confidently promise you that I'm giving it my all, then I don't feel like it's worth doing. I can't in good conscience try and claim better things for the game while I hate the thought of playing it. And maybe someday we'll come back to it. Hell, something might spawn in my brain next week, but as of now, as of writing this video, I simply don't have the drive for it anymore. I dread the thought of playing it. Even as I'm making this video, I don't want to play it for the background footage. And when a game makes you feel like you can no longer play it without hating, it's time to stop. Something not only this community, but the entirety of gamers need to understand. Nothing's really changing drastically here on the channel. I'm still going to be a discussion-based channel with shitty gameplay as the background footage, badly written jokes, and a fake ego to mask the never-ending feeling of failure and self-loathing that I have on a day-to-day basis. And I still might cover Dead by Daylight from time to time, but as of right now, I need to step away from Dead by Daylight and do what makes me happy. I'm thinking of this YouTuber who I recently found out about named Rapid Man. He's a Dead by Daylight YouTuber with over 100,000 subscribers. And when I found him, it was a video of him coming back to Dead by Daylight. Turns out, from talking to other people and context clues I got from his own video, he just randomly fucking vanished one day. He just stopped uploading content. He didn't make a big announcement about it or anything like that. He just stopped. And it turns out that he stopped because he wasn't happy with Dead by Daylight anymore. And instead of pursuing other avenues, he just stopped making content. And I don't want that to be me. I mean, obviously the guy's doing something right. He's got literally 100 times my subscriber count. And, you know, maybe there is something to be said about not making content when you don't feel like content can be made. But I want to step away from Dead by Daylight and make content that makes me happy. I don't do this for money. I mean, don't get me wrong, making a career out of entertaining people has been my dream since I was 9 years old. But if it was all about money, I wouldn't have quit my last job, which paid me more than enough to both pay my bills and live my life comfortably. This is about passion and drive. I want to be an entertainer, but I can't entertain others if what I'm doing I don't enjoy. I want to continue to spark discussions, challenge your thoughts, or even provide validation to your ego as you see someone else agrees with you. And I want to make you laugh while doing it. But if I'm going to do all of that, I need to do it on my own terms, doing the things I want to do. See, when I log on the Dead by Daylight, I just feel like there's no point in playing the game. I feel like there's no point in going through the motions. If I play Killer, I'm going to inevitably run into some salty dickhead who got mad that they stood in the wide open when they were on death hook and died for it. If I play Survivor, then I'm going to get other survivors being salty because I didn't do a good enough job for them. Or I'm going to get a killer that gets mad because I had the audacity to drop a pallet on his head because I was trying to survive as Survivor. If I go back to Killer, then all of a sudden I'm going to have people flooding my Twitch, calling me a filthy camper and tunneler because they can't fathom for just a half a second that I don't care enough about them in order to do those things. As Killer, playing optimally gets you flamed and people trying to curse you out and tell you to kill yourselves and all this other bullshit. And as a Survivor, just trying to play the game is almost impossible, especially if you're solo queue, because you have a bunch of brain dead teammates that don't know what the fuck to do in any given situation. On top of that, my skill in the game just isn't great, which I mean, I don't suppose you can expect it to be. I only have 700 hours, which granted is a lot of time invested into a game, and I have gotten better since, you know, when I first started playing it, obviously, but now that I have over 700 hours and I'm still finding myself losing to the simplest shit, I feel realistically like I'm just not having a good time. And if you're not having a good time because you're not good at a game, then it's time for you to get off the game. Oh yeah, sure, you can practice and try to get better at it, but if you're not enjoying the game, then why continue to practice and get better at it? Oh, but then you might enjoy the game once you're good, but I don't want the journey to be a problem either. When I do something like Minecraft and I'm bad at building, the journey of discovery is fun as you know, try different things, put them together to see what works and what doesn't. It's really fun to continuously try over and over again until you get that perfect design. When I'm playing something like God of War 2018 and I wasn't really getting the hang of the controls, it was really fun to continuously get into combat scenarios until I figured out what I was doing. Something like Souls-likes, for example, with Bloodborne and Neo and, well, Dark Souls, learning how to play the game is really fun. Learning the patterns is fun. Every time you die, it's frustrating, but there's a sense of accomplishment when you finally get good at the game. However, I don't feel accomplished when I get better in Dead by Daylight or Apex or Overwatch. All of these numbers that continue to rise are completely meaningless to me. I don't feel like I'm progressing. And even if I do progress, what am I progressing toward? Harder games? Harder matches? A sense of superiority? I don't fucking know. I just don't like it. I don't like the way it feels. I don't like the way PvP games feel. And I feel like the only reason that I continue to play them because it feels like you can't create content off of anything else. But that's not true at all. I have tons of clips from when I was playing Minecraft on stream a while back that are just funny and entertaining. And I could talk about things in Minecraft. I could talk about so many things. I just kept feeling this hopelessness that I wasn't going to be able to build a career off of things that weren't repetitive like PvP games. But that's just an excuse. That's a lack of creativity on my part. I want to be more creative with the things that I'm doing. I want to have more fun. I want to have more discussions, and I want to play more games. There's so much stuff that can bring me joy that I just don't do for the sake of an algorithm, and I'm tired of doing it. In any case, I hope you all understand. I hope you stick around to see what I have planned, and if you don't, that's okay too. Watch the content you want to watch. I won't blame you if you unsubscribe and move on, but I do hope you stay. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in the next one.